Hello and welcome to a special election broadcast. I am Archana Solanki. It's the day of the sixth phase of the Lok Sabha elections. All eyes are on the high-pitched battle in the 7 Delhi constituencies. The BJP had won all 7 in 2019, garnering a consolidated vote share of 56%. This time, the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are contesting in an alliance. The North East Delhi constituency is among the keenly watched seats in this election season. Two-time MP Manoj Tiwari of the BJP is pitted against Congress's Kanhaiya Kumar. Tiwari defeated Congress veteran Sheila Dikshit in the 2019 elections in Chandni Chowk. BJP's Praveen Khandelwal is facing Congress veteran Jay Prakash Agarwal for the seat held by the Saffron Party's Harshvardhan Singh since 2014. Northwest Delhi is witnessing Congress's Udit Raj taking on BJP's Yogendra Chandolia. This seat has the second largest number of voters at over 25 lakh. In New Delhi, BJP's Bansuri Swaraj is contesting elections against Aam Aadmi Party MLA Somnath Bharti. Kuldeep Kumar of Aam Aadmi Party is in the fray from East Delhi and will face off with BJP's Harsh Malhotra, while AAP's Mahabal Mishra is pitted against Kamaljeet Sehrawat of the BJP from West Delhi. So all eyes are on this capital contest. External Affairs Minister was among the early voters this morning. After a booth confusion, he cast his vote and was the first male voter in the booth, and the poll workers gave him a certificate. The minister encouraged the capital city to come out in huge numbers and cast their ballot.
हम लोग जो हैं अभी वोट किए हैं, तो आप देख रहे हैं कि मैं इस बूथ में फर्स्ट मेल वोटर हूं। अब ये मतदान जो होता है, हम तो चाहते हैं कि भारी संख्या में आज वोट पड़े, क्योंकि ये देश के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा निर्णय का समय है और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि देश जो है, दिल्ली के वोटर भी विकसित भारत और मोदी सरकार को एक बार और वोट देंगे और एक बार और मोदी सरकार वापस आएगी।
All right, we have our team of reporters across the national capital to capture the pulse of the voter, to get us the latest updates on what is happening on this big day. Ashmit is joining us from Abdul Kalam Road. Then we have Danish from Alaknanda in South Delhi and Timsy from Chandni Chowk. First, let's go across to Timsy. Good morning, Timsy. Chandni Chowk is dominated by traders. It's witnessing a high-octane clash between trade union leader and BJP candidate Praveen Khandelwal and Congress's JP Agarwal. Last time around, it was Union Minister Harshvardhan who won the seat in 2019. What is the sense on ground? Because these elections come in the wake of Aam Aadmi Party's jail ka jawab vote se campaign and Kejriwal's arrest.
Well, as you rightly said, the mood of the voters over here is quite gung-ho. We are in the by-lanes of Chandni Chowk, which is a historical place for Delhi, and it's a very crucial seat. As you mentioned earlier, we saw Harshvardhan, who was a union minister who had contested from the seat, and this time we have Praveen Khandelwal contesting from the seat from BJP, and from India Alliance we have JP Agarwal. I have a few female voters here who are standing at a famous eatery in Chandni Chowk, who've come all the way after casting their vote for their early morning breakfast. Ma'am, how do you see the mood? How was the polling booth, and what have you voted for?
मैम सब कुछ ठीक है, ऐसे तो कोई दिक्कत है नहीं है, और वैसे भी हम लोग तो हमेशा ही देते हैं, बट मतलब सब कुछ ठीक है, ऐसे कोई वो तो नहीं है।
किस चीज के लिए वोट करा है आपने? डेवलपमेंट के लिए वोट करा है, एजुकेशन के लिए वोट करा है, बेटर हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज के लिए वोट करा है?
ओल्ड दिल्ली में तो ऐसी कोई फैसिलिटी नहीं है, बट ओल्ड दिल्ली में ऐसा कोई फैसिलिटी है नहीं है कि हम ये कहें कि सारी मिनिस्टर्स।
Where President Draupadi Murmu is casting her vote today. So these are the visuals that we are getting from the national capital. Crucial day there. We'll try and get back to Timsy in a bit. Let's now go across to Ashmit, who's joining us from Atal Adarsh Vidyalaya in the New Delhi constituency. Good morning, Ashmit. New Delhi is in fact a high-profile seat. It's in the heart of the national capital, the seat of power. And it has been witnessing a very fierce clash between BJP candidate Bansuri Swaraj and Aam Aadmi Party Somnath Bharti. Swaraj is, of course, leveraging her mother's legacy, the late Sushma Swaraj, and of course Somnath Bharti was the AAP MLA from Malviya Nagar. What can you tell us is the sense on ground and the fierce campaign that's taken place so far?
Well, it's a tough contest as far as Delhi is concerned. There are a total of 7 seats going to elections. We're here at the Atal Adarsh Vidyalaya. This is, at least in journalistic circles, called the VIP polling station. A lot of big faces are expected here. Earlier this morning, in fact, one of the first voters to show up was Minister S. Jaishankar. There were some difficulties that he faced here, after which he had departed to Tughlaq Crescent polling station, where he's managed to cast his vote. Other big faces that we're expecting. We, in fact, earlier, moments back, we spoke to Siddharth Birla as well, the former FICCI chairman. We asked him for a message that he'd look to send out as far as the new government is concerned, and he said the top priority for any government that comes to power should be investment and should be jobs, and importantly, there should be a focus on ensuring that there is no disruption, either economical or social. Some of the other big faces expected at this polling station, we are shortly expecting Sunil Bharti Mittal as well as Rajan Mittal to arrive here. Harshpati Singhania is expected here. In fact, just moments back, we also saw Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit casting his vote here. So clearly, the voters turning out in numbers. There are, of course, concerns across the northern belt, which is on the heat wave conditions. But to beat the heat, I imagine, the polling began at 7 o'clock this morning. There are many people who are coming here casting their vote. What's important is that especially the elderly persons are coming here to beat the heat, to make their voice heard, to cast their vote, and sending out a message that this is a time to exercise their franchise. Now, what's also interesting is that the contest here that will be seen will be between Somnath Bharti, the Aam Aadmi Party veteran, and Bansuri Swaraj. Bansuri Swaraj, as he correctly pointed out, is trying to invoke the legacy of her mother, is trying to invoke the legacy of the current Prime Minister. On the other hand, we of course have Somnath Bharti. He was in fact present in court at the time when Arvind Kejriwal was produced before the trial court. This is a tough legal battle that Arvind Kejriwal finds himself in. But after the grant of interim bail, he's come out all guns blazing with respect to campaigning. This, of course, is his bastion. Delhi is where he began his political journey. And the coming 2 phases of elections, which is phase 6 beginning today and phase 7, which is on the 1st of June, will be critical, especially as far as the opposition alliance is concerned, also for Arvind Kejriwal.
All right. Thank you, Ashmit, for that update. We also have Danish. Danish is reporting from the crucial South Delhi seat. Danish, good morning to you. The BJP has fielded its MLA Ravveer Singh Viduri against Aam Aadmi Party's Sahiram Pehelwan. It's a crucial seat. Both the candidates come from the Gujar community, which is a majority in the seat. The seat has been a BJP stronghold and was represented by Ramesh Viduri between 2019 and 2024. What is the sense on ground? And could you tell us about the mood in the national capital, because will the election swing following Kejriwal's arrest and Aam Aadmi Party's campaign jail ka jawab vote se?
Well, you very rightly said, right now I'm in South Delhi constituency, and it is basically a two-way battle between Sahiram Pehelwan, who is the candidate of India Alliance, but he belongs to Aam Aadmi Party, and he's currently also the MLA. He's up against Bharatiya Janata Party's Ramveer Viduri. If we look at the whole list of candidates that BJP has really come out in the open with, Viduri is also one of those candidates that has been replaced by Ramesh Viduri. So this is another seat in one of those 6 seats in Delhi where we are seeing changes done by the Bharatiya Janata Party. But as far as the mood of the voters is concerned, the voters kind of seem to be mixed. There's certain people that feel that Arvind Kejriwal coming out of the jail will have an impact on Delhi voters, and there's certain people, they believe that Delhi people have their priorities set right. They know who they want to vote in centre, and they know who they want to vote in the assembly. But the battle can go anyway, because we saw that once Arvind Kejriwal came out of the jail, there was massive campaigning done all across Delhi, and even in South Delhi he held a few rallies. So there is a hope that there could be certain changes for Aam Aadmi Party. They could be they're trying to get at least 1 to 2 seats. India Alliance feels that they can really steamroll, and they can get at least 3 to 4 seats out of 7 seats in Delhi. As far as the key voters issues is concerned, South Delhi is one of the prominent areas in the national capital, and even Alaknanda is one of the most posh areas where I'm standing at. I'm also joined by a voter right now. Ma'am, I would like to ask you, what were the key issues in your mind before which you casted your vote on?
See, first of all, the security of my country, the progress of my country, economy of my country, where my country will go 10 years from now. At least 5 years I would think about. It's nothing against, I'm not against any party or for any party. I would want to go for a party which gives me security and which also gives sort of economy. My country should go further in terms of economy. That's what I feel.
Right. Ma'am, do you think that there will be an impact of India Alliance against BJP? Because we are seeing that BJP has won all 7 seats from the previous 2 elections, and they're also hoping to score a big hat-trick by winning all 7 seats for the 3rd time in a row. Do you feel that there could be an impact of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal coming out for the campaigning?
Frankly speaking, no. Because of, the matter is sub judice, so I would not want to comment on anything. But I would still say people of Delhi are intelligent. Every voter is intelligent. Just because Arvind Kejriwal came out of the jail does not mean that it will have impact on the voters. That's my perception, of course.
Right. So very strong words coming out from a voter. Like I said, that people in Delhi have their priorities set. They know that who they really want to vote in the assembly, and they really know that who they want to vote in the centre. So all eyes on June 4th. That's when we really come to know that how whether the Indian Alliance has some kind of an impact on Delhi or not.
All right, thank you, Danish, Ashmit and Timsy, for getting us live updates on this crucial battle that is being fought in the national capital. Remember, the BJP had swept the national capital in 2019 elections. We are getting live visuals of BJP's candidate from Kurukshetra, Naveen Jindal. These are the live visuals that we are getting for you. Remember, Election Commission and all other authorities have urged voters to step out and vote. And in fact, this comes in the wake of a heat wave warning in the national capital, and even Haryana is witnessing a high octane clash. All seats are voting today, and some of the big names are in the fray. On your screens is BJP's Naveen Jindal, who's fighting from Kurukshetra. Then ML Khattar, former chief minister, is also fighting his maiden Lok Sabha election this time around. Congress's Raj Babbar is also fighting from the Gurgaon seat. Dipendra Hooda, Congress's leader, is also in the fray. So Haryana is witnessing a high-octane clash. Some of the big names in these elections are fighting it out as far as the dance of democracy is concerned. Talking about the big names, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri, along with his wife, were also among the early voters. My colleague Abhimanyu spoke to the Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas on the issues for which the country is voting for. Take a look.
Country is voting for is development and the solid performance of the government insofar as development is concerned. That development is embodied in the figures, no matter which way you look at it. If you look at the urban sector, what was the performance of the previous dispensation in 10 years between 2004 and 14? 2004 and 14. The total expenditure was what the expenditure we incurred is 11 times more. If you look at the Ayushman Bharat scheme, 50 crore people have benefited from it, 5 lakhs of rupees per year for medical treatment in a family. If you look at the number of people who are getting free rations, 3 dry rations in a day, 80 crore people, 800 people. So, those are the issues. Not a caste census.
The 400 par thing is being...
That's a very good sentiment and we'll get it.
Meanwhile, Ajay Bijli, the managing director of PVR Inox, was also among the early voters. He spoke to my colleague Shivani Bazaz after casting his ballot.
Smooth and very well organized. Excellent. Didn't take me too long. And I feel very good for fulfilling my duty as a citizen.
Let me just ask you another question. How many times have you voted before this?
Always. I was born here since 57 years. I'm 57 years old, so you can imagine whenever I was eligible to vote.
Every time you have voted
Absolutely.
after you are eligible.
Absolutely.
Mr. Bijli, my question to you is that Delhi goes to vote today. Would you urge Delhiites to come out? Because it's really hot today, but they should come out.
Come hell or high waters, rain or shine, this is a responsibility that has to be fulfilled. Like you fulfill all other responsibilities as a father, as a brother, as a son. So it's it's your responsibility. So everybody should come out. Forget about the weather. It's okay. That's only a state of mind.
Okay. Sir, the government, the new government, what are the aspirations from the industry standpoint, from a citizen standpoint?
Well, India should grow. People should get employment, and India should prosper. That's the most important thing.
My colleague Ashmit spoke to Siddharth Birla, former FICCI president, who cast his vote this morning. Take a look.
I think everyone's duty is to come out and vote, no matter where you vote. But you need to vote affirmatively because coming and voting for a nota, for example, is no good at all. One must come out. Who cares about the heat and sun? I mean, we go out all the time in all the kinds of weather. And it is a duty, it is a bounden duty. We must come out and make an affirmative if we want the country to progress.
Also, India stands at a cusp where India is being looked upon as a bright spot. As a new government gets ready to take charge, what would your suggestion be in terms of what are you looking out for indications, early indications from a potentially new government?
See, I think particularly for the last 20 years, we've always been at a cusp and always been at a turning point, and we continue to be there. So I think the important thing is to avoid any kind of disruption, economic or social or any kind of thing. And we need to just make sure that our economic progresses on a day-by-day basis rather than in jumps and spurts. And so, we need to really focus on something to provide employment to people. And that is going to be one of the toughest tasks.
So every time the government takes power, a new government takes power, they set out an early agenda of the issues that need to be tackled. What, to your mind, are the most urgent issues that need to be addressed outright?
I think we need to make sure that we consistently provide an atmosphere which invites investment. And investment is going to drive the jobs to a large extent. About 1/3 of the jobs must come from enterprise and business. So we need to have, so irrespective of the government that comes in, the country must provide a environment that invites investment.
All right, so there you heard representatives from the corporate India urging voters to step out and cast their vote. On that note, what we'll do is we'll slip into a short break. We'll be back because our election broadcast continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Polling is also take place for 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh, all 10 seats in Haryana, 8 seats each in Bihar and West Bengal, 6 seats in Odisha, 4 in Jharkhand and 1 seat in Jammu and Kashmir. From Haryana, Naveen Jindal and ML Khattar are the key candidates from the BJP, while Dipendra Hooda from the Congress is eyeing the Rohtak seat. Bhubaneswar, Puri and Sambalpur are the key fights in the state of Odisha. Also polling for Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag Rajouri seat is taking place today, which was adjourned during phase 3. And 20 candidates are in the fray. So these are the seats, the key seats where elections are taking place. Let's now go across to my colleague Nirupma Behra, who's reporting from Bhubaneswar. Nirupma, good morning. उड़ीसा में क्या माहौल है? क्योंकि एक तो मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि साइक्लोन भी अलर्ट आज सुबह आया था और बहुत ही देखा जा रहा है कि बीजेपी के जो अटैक्स थे नवीन पटनायक पर वो बढ़ते जा रहे हैं। तो किन किन सीटों में चुनाव हो रहे हैं और क्या साइक्लोन अलर्ट का कोई प्रभाव दिख रहा है अभी तक वोटर टर्नआउट पर?
देखिए, पहले तो बोल देते हैं कि साइक्लोन का कोई अलर्ट अभी तक तो दिखा नहीं है, कोई प्रभाव तो दिखा नहीं है, जबकि यहाँ पे नॉर्थ कोस्टल ओडिशा में हालांकि थोड़ी सी प्रभाव होने की संभावनाएं जाहिर की गई है, शाम से आज दिखने की चांसेस है। लेकिन यहाँ का वोटिंग परसेंटेज हम देखें तो पिछले हम देखेंगे कि 2019 में जैसे ओनली 47% वोट भुवनेश्वर में हुआ था, लेकिन आज सुबह से माहौल जैसे दिख रहा है कि लोगों में एक उत्साह है, इस बार वोट डालने का उत्साह है और परिवर्तन का नारा जैसे सब हर जगह सुनाई दे रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे भी लोग वोट करने घर से निकले हैं कि हम लोग खाली लोगों की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। आज सुबह से अगर देखा जाए तो सीईओ खुद वोट डालने आए थे। सुबह 7 बजे सीईओ निकुंज धल भी वोट डालने आए थे, चीफ सेक्रेटरी वोट डालने आए थे, 5T चेयरमैन VK पांडियन, IAS ऑफिसर सुजाता कार्तिकेयन विथ मोर मेनी लीडर्स, पॉलिटिशियंस, इवन हम लोग अब बोल सकते हैं कि अपराजिता षडंगी, भुवनेश्वर MP कैंडिडेट अपराजिता षडंगी अपना वोट डाल चुके हैं और यहाँ की जो विधायक है विधायक प्रियदर्शी मिश्रा सब वोट भी अपना डाल चुके हैं और ये बाहर आके लोगों को अपील कर रहे हैं कि घर से बाहर निकलिए, अपना वोट डालिए और अपना हक चुनिए और अपना बात बोलिए। तो ये इस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो भुवनेश्वर में इस बार वोट परसेंटेज थोड़ी सी ज्यादा होने की उम्मीद की जा रही है और लोगों के बीच जो हवा अभी चल रही है, जैसे बोले कि बीजेपी के जो नारा है और जैसे गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट अभी जैसे भड़कना शुरू किया गया है, तो उस बारे से दिखाई दे रही है कि कोई परिवर्तन का नारा भी दिख सकता है। नहीं तो लोगों का अभी भी विश्वास है किसी मतलब यहाँ की जो गवर्नमेंट है, पावर है, उस पर भी विश्वास है। तो जाहिर सी बात है, लोग बाहर आ रहे हैं, अपना वोट डाल रहे हैं और उम्मीद जता रहे हैं और देखते हैं कि आगे क्या होता है। लेकिन भुवनेश्वर में इस बार माहौल जैसे बना गया है, भुवनेश्वर में हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि लोगों में वोट डालने का उत्साह और कुछ नया देखने का जज्बा भी इस बार देखने को मिल रहा है।
हाँ, निरुपमा, मैं आपसे जानना चाहती कि वैसे लोगों की नज़र बिल्कुल रहेगी धर्मेंद्र प्रधान और संबित पात्रा पे, जो पुरी से भी लड़ रहे हैं। असेंबली इलेक्शंस भी हो रहे हैं उड़ीसा में। क्या इश्यूज रहेंगे लोगों के? आप रिपोर्ट से लगातार रिपोर्टिंग, ग्राउंड से लगातार रिपोर्टिंग कर रही हैं। क्या लोकसभा और असेंबली इलेक्शंस के इश्यूज सेम रहेंगे या अलग अलग मुद्दों पे लोग अपना वोट डालेंगे आज?
जाहिर सी बात है, कई लोगों में हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि जैसे हम पहले भी बोले कि जो परिवर्तन का नारा जैसे बोल रहे हैं, लोगों में वो भी है कि इस बार परिवर्तन भी होना चाहिए। लोगों को भरोसा भी है, जो सरकार है उस पर भी है। और जैसे आप बोले कि संबलपुर में धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी इस बार फाइट कर रहे हैं और वहाँ पूरी से हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि संबित पात्रा जी भी है। तो लोगों को नया उम्मीद भी एक तरफ से जगा हुआ है कि इस बार क्या रहेगा, माहौल कैसा रहेगा, चुनावी माहौल कैसा रहेगा, आगे लोग क्या चाहते हैं उस पर भी बात कर सकते हैं। जहां की यहाँ पे ऑपोजिशन भी हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि बहुत मतलब अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस जैसे ही कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग देख सकते हैं। तो इस बार नेक टू नेक फाइट हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन क्या होगा वो तो 4 जून को ही पता चलेगा। लेकिन यहाँ पे फाइट जैसे दिख रहा है कई मुद्दों को लेके। इस बार जैसे हर मुद्दा, बीजेपी एक मुद्दा लेके आ रहा है तो बीजेडी भी मुद्दा लेके आ रहा है। तो मुद्दों की बात की जाए तो फाइटिंग नेक टू नेक होने का चांसेस बहुत है। संबलपुर की बात की जाए, भुवनेश्वर की बात की जाए, वहां पे पूरी की भी बात की जाए, जहां पे हाई वोल्टेज फाइट देखने को मिल रहा है, उस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो लोगों में क्या मतलब रिजल्ट क्या आएगा वो तो 4 जून को पता चलेगा। लेकिन फाइट नेक टू नेक होने का चांसेस आज बहुत है और लोगों में भी नई चीजों के लिए उम्मीद भी जगी हुई है।
All right, thank you, Nirupma, for getting us those updates. Aside of the Lok Sabha voting, voting is also being held across 42 assembly seats in Odisha. Let's now shift our focus to Haryana now, where more than 2 crore voters will decide the fate of 223 candidates, including former Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar, 2 union ministers, and Congress stalwart Kumari Shelja, who are in the fray for the 10 Lok Sabha seats. Manohar Lal Khattar and Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini were among the first to cast their votes at their respective booths. Let's listen in to what the former Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister Dushyant Chautala had to say after casting their vote.
मैं जनता को यही कहूंगा कि इस लोकतंत्र पर्व में बढ़ चढ़कर भाग ले, 100% मतदान करें और उसमें पार्टी के नाते अपील है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को अधिक से अधिक वोट डालें।
हरियाणा के नागरिकों से यही आग्रह करूंगा, वोटर्स से, कि बाहर निकलिए, बदलाव के लिए वोट डालिए। ये लोकतंत्र का महापर्व बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और आपका एक एक मत बदलाव की हिस्सेदारी बनेगा। गर्मी से ना घबराइए, बाहर निकलकर बदलाव के लिए अपने वोट की ताकत का इस्तेमाल करें।
Right, the final seat in Jammu and Kashmir, Anantnag Rajouri seat, where polling was moved from the 3rd to the 6th phase, is voting today. We have News 18's Ishan Vani joining us from Bijbehara to get us the latest ground report.
Brisk voting early morning here in Bijbehara. Today, Anantnag Rajouri seat, one of those which has been talked about the most, given the fact that high-profile names like Mehbooba Mufti are contesting on this seat. It's an important election for her, given the fact that after 2019 she has been very critical of the ground, and how much of the criticism matures on the ground, that'll be interesting to see. This has been the birthplace of Mehbooba Mufti, and also the PDP, the origin of the PDP has emerged from this particular area, and that's why it's key battle for the PDP. But remember, Mehbooba is facing Mia Altaf as a veteran Gujar leader who has a large faith in pockets and parts of Kashmir Valley. How that emerged, but for now you will see that voters lining up early morning, and they're trying to ensure that they go first and exercise their franchise. Many of them are the first time voters, even at the age of 50, because previously we have seen that people did not exercise their rights. There were boycott calls, shutdowns, and people stayed away from polls. But now we have seen that already there has been a large participation of people in these polls. We've seen it in Srinagar, we've seen it in Baramulla, and will that unfold in Anantnag? One has to wait and see. But an important battle, also given the fact that there has been delimitation and parts of Rajouri and Poonch have been added to this particular seat after delimitation took place. Or, there are other candidates like Zafar Iqbal Manhas, who is the leader of the Apni party, but they are being backed and supported by the BJP in Rajouri Poonch, and also on the ground we have seen them trying to ensure that Zafar Iqbal Manhas wins. Whether this will be a mistake by the BJP that did not choose to directly contest in these elections, one has to wait and see. But yes, for now an interesting battle in Anantnag, and one has to see that how does the voter turnout remain at the end of the day today.
All right, so all eyes are on the voter turnout. In fact, Mehbooba Mufti has alleged that the police detained party workers and staged a protest in Anantnag.
गिनती ही हम भूल गए हैं। आप देखिए अनंतनाग डिस्ट्रिक्ट के हर थाने में आपको पीडीपी के पोलिंग एजेंट मिलेंगे, चाहे अशमुकाम हो, पहलगाम हो, दयालगाम हो, अनंतनाग हो, बिजबेड़ा हो। आप जहां भी जाएंगे, कुकरनाग, लारनू, वेरीनाग, हर जगह हमारे लोग बंद है। और जहां लोगों को बंद नहीं करते हैं वहां मशीनें बंद की गई हैं। आप गढ़ोल में मशीन बंद है और भी कई जगह पे मशीन को खराब करने की शिकायत आ रही है, सिर्फ महबूबा मुफ्ती को रोकने के लिए। मैं एलजी साहब से कहना चाहती हूं, अगर आपको मुझसे इतना डर लगता है महबूबा मुफ्ती से, मुझे सीधे कहना था मैं इलेक्शन ही नहीं लड़ती।
And with that, it's a wrap on our special election broadcast. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more news and updates. Stay tuned to CNBC TV 18.